I believe that SUN, S-U-N, which means strong universal network, can help the travelism sector. The travelism means travel and tourism ecosystem. Meet these targets, and I'm happy to work with you and the network to explore ways and means to bring the Vanilla Island SUN Center to Mauritius. And the SUN Center will be a place for education, capacity building, innovation transfer from around the world, and finance from impact resources. It will also be a hub for green growth, transformation services, and a point to support for emergency response. Climate change is here now, and it is existential. Together we can find the funds, that's most important, together we can find the funds and sponsorship to make this happen. I think it's very encouraging, all right? Well, that's a bit the aims and objective of the network that we want to put in place. And I'm sure that with your support, each and every one, I'm sure we can reach that objective. And in fact, as one of the initiatives of the network, the first initiative, and when Louis D'Amore, the president and founder of the IPT, the International Institute of Peace for Tourism, mentioned about Cassandra de Pecol as one who has been elevated to the rank of Ambassador of Peace for the IPT. And we do have a project, and I would like to also welcome the presence of the president of the Scout Club Mauritius and all his executive committee members to join us for this initiative to dedicate a peace grove at Jardin de Compagnie as the SCAR IPT City of Peace, which will be held tomorrow at 11 o'clock. And obviously, you're all invited to join us and attend this section. So let me introduce to you Cassie. Yeah, and tomorrow it will be at 11 o'clock, sorry. So Cassandra, as commonly known as Cassie, has a dream. Her dream since the high school was to see every country on earth. And it wasn't until her 25th birthday that she realized her lifelong dream was a plain sight. Just waiting for her to make a move, there was no better time to pursue her goal of seeing every country on earth. So she spent 1 month sweating over a wall map and planning her itinerary for what would be Expedition 196. We at the IPT elevated her to the rank of Ambassador for Peace to carry this message of peace. And Cassie mentioned, she said, I choose to live my life in a unique way, to live in iconic, low-key lifestyle where I do what I want, when I want, and inspire those along the way. That's Cassie. So please welcome Cassie.
Thank you so much, Maga. That was a really cool introduction. I really appreciate it. So thank you all for being here, and it's a really great event to be a part of. It's amazing to be here in Mauritius. I arrived here 2 days ago, and Mauritius is country number 140 since departing on Expedition 196 exactly 1 year ago. So I have 56 countries to go, and primarily they're in Africa and some in the Middle East. So my goal is to travel to every sovereign nation, plus Taiwan, Kosovo, and Palestine, while carrying the banner of peace, acting as a peace ambassador to all sovereign nations through the International Institute of Peace through Tourism. So when I meet with dignitaries, when I meet with SCUL presidents or IIPT chapter presidents, I deliver the IIPT Credo of the Peaceful Traveler, which I just want to read out to you real quick. Won't take too long. It says, grateful for the opportunity to travel and experience the world, and because peace begins with the individual, I affirm my personal responsibility and commitment to journey with an open mind and a gentle heart, accept with grace and gratitude all diversity that I encounter, revere and protect the natural environment which sustains all life, appreciate all cultures that I discover, respect and thank my hosts for their welcome, offer my hand in friendship to everyone that I meet, support travel services that share these views and act upon them, and by my spirit, words, and actions, encourage others to travel the world in peace. And these are the guidelines that I live by throughout this expedition. So it doesn't matter how tired I am or how far I've been, I really try and follow these guidelines as I travel as a peace ambassador for the International Institute of Peace Through Tourism. What's equally important is educating the university tourism students and women as well on the importance of peace through sustainable tourism. So I meet with university students and I give a PowerPoint keynote presentation on how we can quantify peace through tourism and economics. What makes a country peaceful and how do we quantify that? So I partnered with the Institute for Economics and Peace, where there's a set of criteria that enables us to actually quantify how peaceful a country is based on a set of statistics. I also educate them on the 2 pillars that encompass responsible tourism. So I discuss sustainable tourism and regenerative tourism within the hospitality and tourism industry. And I think it's very important as we move forward. I try and deliver my presentations to the millennial generation students, ages 18 to 35, because that's my generation. Although, do I look 16? Can I pass for 16? So I like to deliver this to the millennial generation so that we have the opportunity and we actually have a responsibility to enhance sustainable tourism and regenerative tourism for future generations as well. And so this is the importance of my talk, as well as inspiring them and inspiring women as well. This Guinness World Records is for the fastest female to travel to all sovereign nations, but there actually hasn't been a woman that's traveled to every sovereign nation. So it's also encouraging women's achievement and kind of hopefully women's history in that sort of way. So it's a goal of mine to also influence the young women around the world to pursue their dreams and passions and excitement and not listen to what anyone else has to say about that. So thank you so much, Maga, for having me here for the week. And I really appreciate your hospitality, your graciousness. Also, Lux Grand Gaub for sponsoring me, and I'm promoting their sustainable message as well. I'm so grateful for that, Vishni. And Mauritius in general, I've found the people to be very kind, and it's a beautiful, beautiful place. I hope to encourage other people, especially North Americans, to get over here and experience the beauty of it all. So yes, Maga, I'd like to deliver to you the Declaration of Peace, the IIPT Credo, the Peaceful Traveler, because I consider you as an important dignitary that I'm meeting with. Thank you so much, Maga. I really appreciate it, all the help and assistance. SCUL. Yes. SCUL International is an organization that I'm also associated with. They have chapters in upwards of 86 nations, and they're the largest tourism organization promoting friendship around the world. So in upwards of 50 of the nations that I meet, that I visit, I meet with SCUL dignitaries and SCUL presidents, and they also connect me to the mayor and the minister of tourism, and they also help to organize the university student meetings as well. So IIPT only has about 10 chapters around the world, right? So I try and meet with IIPT chapters, but if I can't, I also meet with SCUL International. And it's really important for me to meet with SCUL to promote friendship around the world as well. They also have a young SCUL chapter, and I think they have a chapter here in Mauritius as well. I haven't met the SCUL president yet. We haven't met yet. How is that possible? We'll meet later, yes. But it's great. It's really wonderful to be a part of SCUL as well. And I've also been integrated with the Young SCUL. And recently I was in Young SCUL. I'm at the Young SCUL in Bangalore. And they're actually helping to write a book on this expedition, promoting the students and the youth and sustainable and peaceful tourism around the world, which I think is really special as well. They also, they're the ones who influenced me to promote sustainable tourism in regards to planting trees to offset my carbon footprint, which is very important as well. So, as you know, traveling to 196 countries is a lot of flights. I think I've flown over 200 times in the past year, and that is a lot of CO2 being emitted into the atmosphere, almost more than I can handle. So what I like to do is to plant trees in order to offset my carbon footprint. Every country I get to where I meet with SCUL or IIPT, the goal is to plant at least one tree in that country, offsetting my carbon footprint. Flying from Seychelles, where I came before a few days ago, to Mauritius amounted to half a tree that I'd have to plant in order to offset my carbon footprint. But thankfully, we're going to be planting at least one tree, which is great, and that's promoting regenerative tourism. Sustainable tourism is planting a half a tree to offset the emissions I made flying here. But regenerative tourism is planting more than what I should. So it's amazing to be planting trees tomorrow, and I'm so excited at the opportunity to do that as well, promoting sustainable tourism. So thank you so much for being here again. Hopefully I didn't miss anything. If you want to learn more about my project, my expedition, you can visit expedition196.com. I'm also on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, Twitter, Vines, YouTube, all that social media as well that you can check out. And yes, I'm so grateful here to be in Mauritius, and thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it.
I haven't been to 140 countries yet. I'm trying. I'll get there. Maybe not in my lifetime, though. Oh yeah, I will. I'll go onto your website and check you out. Okay, I'll follow you. All right, fine. Thank you very much, Cassandra. Amazing young woman, hey? Give her a round of applause. She's putting Mauritius on the map yet again. Yeah? I think so. And in fact, what I've heard is you'll be planting around 4 trees tomorrow.
Yeah.
So that's wonderful. Great. Well, everybody, this is the official part over with. So carry on with the networking. And Cassandra's here if you want to have a chat with her. Okay? Enjoy your evening. Thank you.